What the hell? Oh! Hey internet, it's Jessica, and today, I think we're nearing the end. There are multiple secret endings or secret routes to this game, so I'm gonna do as many endings as I possibly can. This will also lead to Mariko's true ending and Marco's true ending as well. So, I have to do a bunch of things, because remember in the last episode, Marco basically said he's gonna send us back in time to when we're gonna pick the cards, and he pretty much told me don't pick him as a partner. So, I guess I have to take his advice and not pick him for this? We'll see what happens. Huh. Alright, so we're picking the cards. Apparently we didn't get king? I was wrong. I didn't get to draw the king. I got the 9, and that means, who has the king? I do. Yvonne has it! Yvonne, you lucky devil. Who's it gonna be? I like to pair it with Mr. Apris if that's alright with everyone. For real, Mr. Grumpy Pants? Yes. And I happen to draw Queen. Shira, would you mind pairing up with me? I thought we're not supposed to end up with Marco. What? Sure, I don't mind. So that leaves me with Marco. Marco? Hey dude, are you okay? You look really pale. He is really pale. Marco, are you not feeling well? Oh dear, Mr. Marco. Shit, is that blood? I'm just... Whoa. Caught you. Marco? What the hell's wrong with him? I have no idea, he's burning up. He has a fever? Did Mr. Marco catch a cold? That nosebleed. I'm not sure if this is a simple fever. This is like time travel mess. I'm gonna get him outside. It's colder out in the courtyard. What happened? He just passed out on us, out of the blue. I found a handkerchief. Here, Miss Mariko. Actually, would you mind staying with him for a moment, Yvonne? Huh? Well, I don't mind, but... I don't know why, but all of a sudden I seem to... Seem to what? Shira, could you two come with me for a moment? Shira and I? What do you need us for? Marco should be safe with Yvonne. Are we going to the basement where Feathor is? Shira, I want you to concentrate and tell me if you notice anything unusual among these walls. Somewhere around here. I don't seem to remember the exact spot, just the fact that the corridor is supposed to be somewhere around here. What? Just trust me. Shit, you're right. There's something wrong with this wall. That's what we're looking for, thanks. She's like, what the hell's happening? Mariko, did you just... This wall's a bloody illusion. What the hell? How did you know of this? Are you dragging us somewhere just to kill us? How did you see through my evil plan, Shira? Shira? Yes? Could you try opening this door? There's a padlock on it, but... Hey, wait up! How did you know Shira's good at lockpicking? And how do you know she is, Shira? Shit, how do I know? What the hell? Well, I could give it a try, but I would need some kind of wire, a strong one preferably, something like a hairpin would do. Shira should have some metal wires inside of her corset. And now you want me to sacrifice my outfit for the greater good. Well, if you'd rather be stuck in here forever... Fine, I'll bite. Okay, if you tell me what's behind those doors to begin with, I'm not about to foolishly unleash a horde of... Cerberus? On us. A kitchen. With lots of food. For real? Meat included. I swear, if it turns out that you're lying about this... This is so interesting, because now we're back in time. But why did Marco not give us the king? Did he know because we were going to pick him? Is that why he did that? There you go. You're honestly skillful in these things. Thanks, Sheer. Whoa, you weren't lying about this. Okay, now that's done. I'm going to go back for Marco. I want to move into the cold storage. Into the cold storage? We know he has a fever, but isn't that a little extreme? Hey, wait up! Why do I get this odd feeling of dread? If we don't keep his temperature down, he's going to make... Did he drink the potion? Because remember, Feathor and Mariko drank the potion 50 years ago. And when Mariko was a kid, she fainted. She doesn't remember anything. But Feathor basically drank it in the cold storage because he said that you have to keep your temperature below a certain, number, or else you're going to boil to death. Maybe he drank the potion too. That would explain why why he said he's very much older than he looks. I think he drank it too because he's pretty much time traveling with those two. Anyway, that if we don't keep his temperature down, he's not going to make it. How's he doing? He's still unconscious. The bleeding stopped for now. However, I'm not sure if it's just me, but his fever seems to be getting worse. Alright then, off we go. Miss Mariko? We can ask Mr. Abbas for help if you want to carry him somewhere. I'll be fine. Marco doesn't weigh that much. He is heavier than Sheer, though. How do I even know that? I think that's interesting that we don't remember we time traveled. Sheer? Yes? You don't have to worry about anything anymore. I got it covered. Huh? I'll be in the cold storage if you need me. In the cold storage? Everyone's like, what is wrong with her? Hey, wait up, I'm coming with you. You don't have to follow me, Shira. What the hell is up with this cryptic talk? And all of these things you said back in the hidden corridor earlier. Don't expect me to just ignore that. I want some bloody answers from you. Oh, huh? What's happening? Again? Sweet mother of heart attacks! The hell was that? Did you see the light? Would have been hard to ignore it. Wait. What? Is that Marco? What? Did he just exploded on us? Oh, holy shit, is that? I know what Shira was thinking. I was thinking the same thing, but Marco had his limbs intact. If that isn't his hand, then whose hand is it? Wait, is everyone else? What is happening? Alright? What? Did the berries just shrink? It does look that way, doesn't it? The border of the bubble got closer to the mansion. Wait, weren't Sheer, Yvonne, and Apris out by the fountain? Oh god. They're still there, and they were, and they are still there. Can barely see them, but there's no doubt. They're on the other side of the barrier. Holy shit, you're right. They're just standing there. Hey, Sheer, Yvonne, can you guys hear us? Save your breath, Sheer, they won't react. It's probably because of the time difference. Time difference? Time inside the barrier flows differently than outside. For real? Marco is the one who's supposed to be explaining that to us. Sorry, Sheer, I know I'm probably making little sense at the moment. I simply started to remember saying odd things. I can kind of see that. Wait, does that mean the others got out of the barrier and we're still the ones trapped in here? In a sense. Though that doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't in bigger danger than we are right now. What do you mean? Shira, we'll need to talk later. I really need to get him to the cold storage, or he's gonna die. So wait, whose hand was that? Or is it like timelines are colliding? It's creating like a paradox. And it was like from Marco before when he exploded. What are you waiting for then? I'm not really an expert here, but are you sure this is a good idea? Fever or no, he could go in shock or something. Not to mention you should really put him on something warmer if you really want to stay with him here. You're right. I'll go look for a blanket. Will you stay with him for a moment? Sure, I can do that. Shira, I can trust you, right? Yeah, you can trust me. Apris found a blanket for me somewhere around here. I'm sure I'll be able to find one as well. Shit, my mind's a mess. How do I know these things? When the hell did all this happen? How is he? Still non-responsive, but I guess the low temperature in here is helping? Hey, what are you? Okay, I know you want him cooled down, but at least to get the guy his clothes on. I'm not planning to strip him, I just want to check something out. Yeah, so that was his hand. Just as I thought. What the? Are those bruises? His whole hand is practically black. Mariko? Hey, wait up, we shouldn't leave him here on his own. Sorry, I just need a moment to think. I'll be right back. The demon is in here. Oh god, they probably found the others. She always appears on this side later on. No, not mine. Anne is the granddaughter of a different me. I have nothing to do with her. She was never born in this timeline. She appeared from from the same time Feathor came from, and... Wait, Marco. That can't be true. Wow, there's a whole island here. Yeah, and the mausoleum over there is a bathhouse. Neat. Okay, let's go back to Marco. He hasn't moved an inch. I think it's helping him though. His skin isn't getting any more hotter. You're right, his fever seems to have gone down at least. But wait, isn't he getting a bit too cold to the touch now? And is it just me, or did he get even more paler? Don't tell me. Shit, Mariko, he didn't just die on us, did he? Marco? Oh no, mister, you're not doing this to me now. Wake up. Come on, wake up. You don't have to shout. You're alive. So it seems. Did you bring me here? You should get kicked in the butt for making us worry like that. You're worried about little old me? If you can joke like that, I'm guessing you'll be fine. Shit. He's bleeding again. Marco, what the hell is happening to you? Well, from what I gathered, I may have gotten a serious case of soul sickness. What is that? Soul sickness? It usually happens when your body and mind comes under severe stress and fall out of sync. What? I guess I overdid it. Hey! No, don't hit the floor. Stay with us here. And now he's shivering. Ouch. Should we take him upstairs? I guess that would be the warmest and safest option for now. Let's get him under some covers. That should warm him up, right? I like that Shira is the one that's with us this time, because, like, I know she freaks out a lot, but I feel like she's the smartest. Like, she's very clever, is what I mean. So I think this is cool that she's with us. I guess this is as good a place as any. Let's get him in the bed. I'll give him a blanket. I'll give him my blanket, too. There. Now he's all snug and warm. He's ice cold. Oh, he stopped shivering. Oh, good. Far from good. I think it means he's gonna go into hypothermia. Oh, come on, give us a break! Mariko, what does it look like? I'm gonna go under the sheets with him. Sharing body heat is the best way to get warm, isn't it? Really? That's all you want to share? What's so funny? The fact that you're using him as this is an excuse. And the moment he wakes up, oh boy, I need to see this. You seem oddly familiar with this kind of scenario, Shira. Been reading on too many shady novels, I'm guessing. Her smut novels. Hey! I like my novels the way they are, thanks. Would you mind making some warm tea for him? Why didn't you get rid of me so soon? If you wanted some alone time with him all along, you could have simply told me. Shira, leave it to me. I'll be right back. Just don't get too carried away without me. Oh my god. You think she's jealous? Not that I'm about to blame her. Marco, you're awake. How do you feel? Hot and cold at the same time. Dizzy, nauseous, as if this is the worst hangover of my life. I won't lie, I feel like shit. And kind of like I'm about to die any minute. Whoa there, not on my watch. Come here, I'll try to warm you up. Okay, so I was reading the comments and, you know, people believe maybe Marco isn't related to Mariko. Maybe Feathor instead, because he did say he was related to one of them. But, because, like, if this is really fucking Mariko's son, and they were flirting with each other at the time, that's a bit creepy. I don't need another incest bomb, okay, on myself. But, I maybe they're not related in that sense, and someone also pointed out maybe the reason Mariko was gonna name her son, if it was gonna be a son, Marco, was because she liked that name because she kept remembering from the timelines. Because she starts remembering things, but she doesn't understand what's happening. So, I think that's what's happening, and why she mentioned Marco's name when she was pregnant in the other timeline, but I'm just hoping they're not related. Like, I swear to God. Please. His whole body feels like ice. I find this situation oddly ironic. Because I was the only one who asked you to be my personal heater? You remembered that. I'm not sure what it is that I'm supposed to remember, but I think you made me jump back in time. So we both ended up here. You remember that too? Haven't you realized it by now? I was jumping through the timelines this whole time myself. And after I told you not to pair up with me under any cost, we ended up together anyway. I'm not sure I understand how this is a bad thing, though. It's because we're incompatible with each other. We're incompatible? Well, I'm incompatible with just about anyone, so it's not your fault. I was hoping I'd be able to find a timeline where you would pair up with anyone but me, then merge with them in the SoulStone's help. That was our best bet at getting out of this whole mess alive. But it never happened. But it did, with Shira's route, did it not? Didn't it? Also, you chose me first when I saw you draw the king, so I suppose now when we went full circle, I chose you the first time. But I paired up with Yvonne last time, didn't I? Or was it Apris? Damn, how many of these memories fit together? I can't tell what happened when. You two look cozy. Is Sleeping Beauty awake? Here you go, drink this. That's not tea, is it? No, it's wine. I warmed it up and added spices in it. Oh, okay. Shira's really big on her wine, so it should help. Thanks. I'll wander around. I want to investigate the mansion. Call me if you need anything, alright? I'll do that. Thanks, Shira. Make sure he gets better. Did I fall asleep? Oh, good. Marco seems to warm to the touch again. Does that mean it helped? Or the worst is over? Oh, Shira's here. She's sitting on the bed next to us. Did Marco fall asleep as well? Wait. What the fuck? No! Yo, he's Feathor's son. No way! Because he has black hair, he has green eyes, and all the magic and... He's Feathor's son. Oh, thank God, he's not related to Mariko. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, this is the Feathor's son, for sure. I was waiting for you to wake up. He's been like this for a while now. Why is his hair illusion magic? It seems the spell he had on himself wore off. I had a feeling he'd be concealing his normal appearance, but, well, now it's evident. I think I remembered some of these things too. You remembered something? Yeah. Though I'm not sure how even tackle the things that suddenly came into my mind, and... Oh, you are Feathor's son, you bitch! Even his eyes. Marco. How do you feel? A lot better. Thank you, both of you. I think you might have saved my life. Thank Mariko, not me. She's the one who took care of you. But you helped. And besides, wouldn't you have done the same things for me if she wasn't around? What? You honestly think I'm that kind of person? But she did, and the other time she was the one taking care of him. I don't think you are. I know you are. You don't know me. I would have loved you to die in the icebox anytime. Of course you would. Shira never changes. Well, I believe you two have some things to talk about. Call me if you need me. Did I miss something? I think you might have... Marco, your hair and eye color. Oh. I'm guessing it wore off. No harm done. Let me just... There. Good as new. No, well, I mean, like, it doesn't cover the fact that, you know, you have black hair, dude. Well, have you figured it out yet? You must have a bunch of theories by now. Are you my son? Are you Feathor's son? Are you Feathor's brother? I didn't think he could be a brother too. That's true. It doesn't have to be a son. He could be like a brother or something like that. Are you Feathor himself? I don't think so. You're someone who took Feathor's place in this game. In a sense, that's true. Because he said he doesn't exist, remember? But it was Feathor himself who made me take his place. So he's asking for it. And that still doesn't answer your question, does it? Oh, I like how we can still ask multiple questions. Okay, this is good. Are you Feathor's son? Let's overrule this. Like father, like son, huh? I wonder who's the bigger tease. I assume Feathor told you he's unable to have children, though. That's true, he took the potion. He did, but that applies to after he drank the potion. What about before that? Smart observation. But no, Feathor never had any children. He's not my father. Thank heavens for that. Oh god, are you her son? Oh no. Please tell me it's not true. Would it freak you out if it was? Yes, it would! Jesus! Considering we kissed? You know, there's one thing that had me wondering. When we met the first time down in the basement, and I introduced myself as Marco, you seemed confused. Why were you confused, Mariko? Because the name sounded familiar to me. It sounded familiar to you. That's interesting. How is it interesting? Because that name shouldn't mean anything to you, not here. When you sent my conscious back in time, I had a vision. Or a memory. I'm not sure what it was. In that memory, I said that I would name my child Marco if it turned out to be a boy. You remembered something like that? That must have given you a scare, huh? Yeah, I did! Cause God, if are you her son? Please just tell me you're not. You can relax, Mariko. I'm not related to you anyway. Oh, thank God. Wait, then who are you? Are you sure? Positive. Are you Feathor's brother? My personality would make sense then, wouldn't it? Your hair and eye color too. Speaking of which, why did you hide it? To make myself less suspicious in your eyes, I guess. Black hair and emerald green eyes would have made you suspicious of me at the first glance, wouldn't they? Especially when you seem to remember things about Feathor. Well, I still found you suspicious. That you did. So he's not? Are you Feathor then? What? Are you Feathor himself? Don't you think there might be a contradiction to that theory? Wait, you're right. But both Feathor and you were there at the same time at once. It's true. So then who is this guy? Who are you? So, well, you did come up with some good theories. And one of them is actually true. Wait, one of them is true? Which one? I'm so confused. Who are you? Who are you related to? Am I interrupting? Of course I am. Damn it, Shira. This is the book you used to brew the potions with, isn't it? Well then, surprise, surprise, I remember that I also know how to read Lorien. Show me the page with that potion recipe of yours. There's no such thing as memory restoring potions, is there? Wait, you mean... It took a while for someone to figure that out. Congratulations, Shira. Oh, so he faked it. Well, you know, we should have saw that coming. Because it didn't make any sense when Marco said he didn't lose any of his memories. Congratulations, my ass. What the hell did you want us to drink? Just a harmless sedative that would knock you out for an hour or two. It gave Shira and I a bit more room to work with. What? Shira wasn't this the whole time with you? She wasn't the best fit for the role, but she did play her part well enough. You'd never noticed, did you? Back when I was giving her change of bandages in the hall, I actually used it as an excuse to pair up with her, to give her a pair of instructions, along with some powder that would make the potion harmless for us. Wait, so you mean those face slaps were all played out? More like improvised. I'm sorry, Mariko, but I actually lied about not leaving your side when we drank the potions together. Sheer was stuck with Sheer back in time. I was almost positive Sheer wouldn't agree to drink the potions with anyone, so I had to be the one to place the note in the library. Sheer was... Wait, what the hell are you talking about? We didn't get to drink the potions because you... Hey, wait! If this all was a ruse to begin with, why the hell did you want us to drink the potions in pairs? None of that makes any goddamn sense. Oh, but it makes perfect sense. See, if you decided not to drink the potions with your partner in the end, you could have all considered all factors involving your shared thoughts on the matter, like whether you trusted me enough, if the potions really were what I said they were, and then if you trusted one another enough to actually drink them in your presence. That kind of problem solving requires teamwork. It's a good excuse to make you work together. That means justified to the end. You wanted us to trust one another? Oh. There, her one-way ticket out of here. You were the one who had the stone all along. Inside his pouch, to boot. Not always. Not always? Sometimes I had it, sometimes Sheer had it. The same could have been said about the note. So my hunch was right. You were the mastermind behind everything all along. Be glad that you're sick and bedridden, because otherwise I'd be totally punching you right now. Feel free to do that any other time. You're not even denying it anymore. Did it ever cross your mind to just, drop the whole pretense and simply just tell us the truth? Being serious? If I had told someone straight out that they want to trust me and open up to someone just to get out of here, they would have flipped the finger at me without a second thought. I mean, trust isn't something you can just force yourself to feel, is it? He has a point. Our whole situation needed to be a careful approach. I can kind of understand where you're coming from, but that still doesn't justify this at all. Besides, why do you keep talking as if... Holy shit. What is this crap? Did we actually drink those potions at some point? Why do I remember some stuff that didn't happen? Shira, you're also remembering things from the other timelines? Other timelines? Wait, is that what's happening here? You've got to be kidding me. Ever since we got separated from the others, my mind's been getting assaulted with all kind of confusing crap. Come to think of it, that's also when we got separated? Oh god, he doesn't know! Uh-oh. Also, dude, look at that. Explain that to us. I see. You see? What the hell do you see? What is happening? Is that just like, I just keep thinking it's like timelines colliding. In one of the timelines when Marco paired up with you, Shira, we had a bit of a demon problem on our hand. I figured I'd try to get rid of it while sending the demon back in time with the same spell I've been using myself all along, but she interrupted me while I was casting it, and the whole thing went haywire. I'm guessing that demon's body ended up here, and that makes me anomaly space and time. That's what tore the barrier apart. Along with the limb, I also lost back in time. Oh, okay, so I was right. It's the timelines colliding. Perhaps that anomaly is currently making us remember things that happen in different dimensions. How odd. Odd doesn't even begin to describe it. So the bruises on your hand right now, they've gotten a little better since my last jump, but remember how I said that I've been having a serious case of soul sickness? That happens when your soul remembers different things compared to your own body. I lost my hand, and that's what my conscience registered. So when I jumped onto another timeline, into a body that still had a limb intact, my mind had misinformation clash. So every time he disappeared in the other groups, he was jumping timelines. That's what he was doing. Once your mind and body gets out of sync too much, well, weird things starts to happen, as you can see. Not to mention, I've been overdoing it with the jumping at this point. Every single jump takes a toll on you, making it worse and worse. Wait, so what you're saying is... Shira? No wonder I feel so out of sorts. Shit, I think I died once? Not once. Marco, are you telling us that every timeline you've experienced is going to start affecting us right now? No, wait. You weren't jumping directly like I was. If you're gaining some memories from those dimensions, that's all they are. Your soul should be fine despite everything. The only thing that should be affecting you is the timeline you appear from yourself, Mariko. The one that you found Feathor down in the basement. And nothing bad happens to you there, so you should be... Shit! That asshole leached off your mana pool, didn't he? Is that important? Mariko, your soul mana pool doesn't get refilled when you're jumping. I can't keep jumping back and forth in infinity like this either. There's always a limit to this. Those 2 months we initially had. To be honest, this might be the end of the line, for both of us. So we don't get to refill our mana if we go back in time. Since Feathor took half of it or something? Oh no. Also, in case you're wondering, I can't just cast a spell out of the blue either. It requires a great amount of mana, which I've already been running low more and more. I had to stay longer in each timeline, waiting for my energy to regenerate before I could use it properly again. I was about to ask you if you can't just send us 3 somewhere else. So much for that idea, I guess. So what are we gonna do? I don't know. At this point, I'm honestly out of ideas. Hey, don't just give up on us. You owe us a bit of enthusiasm, if anything. Not to mention that you have to take some responsibility for your actions. Would you mind if I took a look at the holy and mighty book of yours? You won't understand a thing from it, Shira. Most of the spells aren't even written in a language that's used anymore. All the more reason for you to show it to me. It's down in the basement. Shelf above the tables. Second from the left, green cover. You can't miss it. Right? Right. Got it. Care for some tea, Mariko? We're gonna die! Let's just drink some tea! You said that Sheer and you have been leaving that note for us to find depending on the situation. Has Sheer been jumping through timelines as well? No. She only did it once, by mistake to boot. By mistake? She interrupted me down in the basement the very first time I wanted to jump. Because of that, her consciousness jumped back in time instead. As for me, well, I did follow suit, but not the way I was supposed to. Not only did my consciousness get sent back in time, but my whole body as well, along with the book. That's how there were 2 copies of it. Oh, okay. Wait, you don't mean... Yes, there are 2 copies of Marco all of a sudden, too. Oh, maybe that's why the other Marco was saying I don't really exist. It's such a convenient coincidence that I appeared at the same time as the other me, was preparing the potion down in the basement. All I needed to do was knock him out and take his place. Nobody would know the difference. I stuffed my other self in the wardrobe. You guys seem eagerly to tend to open it sometimes, but I also changed him back to his true self before doing that. I was hoping he simply wouldn't wake up anymore. I'm not your son, Mariko. I just borrowed his name. Oh! It was the first thing that it came to mind when I introduced myself as someone else. You... Feathor? Hello, Mariko. What? Wait, what? Well, he's Feathor. So he just took Marco is Mariko's son, but this isn't Marco. What the fuck is happening? Well, you could say I'm Feathor, but at the same time, I'm not Feathor anymore. Feathor and I, we're still like the same entity. We're not the same person. I'm someone who holds access to Feathor's memories, while not having any memories of my own. I didn't have any memories before I came into existence, that is. So the fact that you could both exist at the same time is because that spell duplicated you. Just imagine Feathor's surprise. I told you, didn't I? That Feathor couldn't stay inside of the barrier anymore, since he used up his mana pool. Well, this is a way of trying to trick the barrier. He used the time spell on himself. He wanted to send him back in time to make his body revert to the point where his mana pool wasn't used up yet. What that spell actually did, though, I think it simply modified his soul essence into a small degree. But it did give him a desired outcome. I look younger, and the barrier doesn't think I'm a different person altogether. With the new mana pool at my disposal, I don't feel like Feathor anymore. I look at him as a separate person. And honestly, I'm pretty critical in regarding that way. I'm pretty critical in that regards to his thinking. In case it wasn't obvious yet, I find it hard to even identify with him. Both our views and feelings were different. That's true. That's why they argue with each other. So wait, Feathor's conscience is simply stuck somewhere inside of you? No. He's not stuck anywhere. He's just a part of me, like I'm a part of him. I'm still Feathor, Mariko. A different Feathor. And I'm also Marco now. Yo, this is like some paradox shit. This is Doctor Who level confusion. So this whole flirting and then your sudden backpedaling, was it all an act? Was this whole thing just a game to you? It wasn't just a game. Look, I do have insight into your history with Feathor, but none of those things happened with the current me. We all got closer and it felt new to me. And surprisingly different. Different? I don't want to make you upset, but I don't think Feathor ever really truly loved you, Mariko. Hell, that guy doesn't even know what love is. And you do? I don't get this, Marco. Is this spell permanent? Are you going to stay like this forever now? I can still change back. The plan always was for me to change back once this whole thing was over. And if I do change back, I will go back to being Feathor. Once that happens, I won't be able to change into Marco ever again. The same thing applies the other way around. Once I stay too long like this, I won't be able to change back to Feathor anymore either. So that decision needs to be made sometime soon. What would your decision be? To be completely honest, being Feathor was easier in a lot of ways. Not only does he not care about a lot of things I find myself caring about, he also a lot more stable emotionally than I am. Meanwhile, being the way that I am right now is kind of scary. Let me tell you, being a teenager for the second time in your life sucks. Are your hormones running rampant again? Don't even get me started on that. The prospect of staying like this for long years to come. Right, you won't age while being Marco either, right? Oh, that's why Feathor essentially made a clone of himself. He wanted to make himself younger to trick the barrier. That's why he looks like a teenager, but he's really not that age. He's Feathor's age, so like 50 plus. Right, you won't age while being Marco either, right? You would basically be stuck in the body of a teenager for another entity. Could have always been worse. At least I don't look like a 5. All in all, I also get to experience new things of being like this, so I'm not really complaining. Things like what? Things like letting myself trust someone, for instance. It took some time and it still scares the hell out of me, but... Mind if we get some fresh air? Okay. Doesn't look like the barrier dislocated that much on this side. You know, you tried using the soul stone with Feathor once. It's kind of a waste of a stone. Is that why you think we're incompatible? But you're different now, aren't you? Why do you think it's still a bad idea in itself? Because there's something Feathor has been keeping the secret from you. He never found the courage to tell you about something very crucial about your life, and that's probably the reason this whole trust thing never worked with you. Does that have to do with anything with fiancés? The fact that he was apparently betrothed to my granddaughter? No, it's not like that. For the record, that was family arranged. Oh! Anne was Feathor's fiancé before he even got to meet her. He wasn't really happy about the whole idea. I see. So, my theory was right. He wasn't really... It was planned. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna marry this lady. It was arranged, and he was just trying to escape from it. Well then, whatever that secret is, why don't you tell me about it now then? It's not like we have much time to lose at this point, do we? I suppose. How much did Feathor tell you? Well... He told me that he appeared from another timeline, that his mother had sent him 50 years into the past, and that he actually wanted to kill me at first. But he didn't? He told you more than I expected he would then. But I'm guessing he didn't give you the full story. Of course not, Feathor! After Feathor appeared in this timeline, he wanted to change history so that things he ran away from wouldn't come back to haunt him again. Did it ever occur to you that he had a tad too convenient to appear back in the forest to help you? Mariko, it was no coincidence that your mansion went up in flames. That was Feathor's doing. You know, I kind of saw that. If we're being honest, it's Feathor. He's shady, right? He wanted to get rid of the whole Blairknout bloodline altogether. He went after your cousins, uncles, aunts. At the end, he went after your mother and you. Is he also the reason why my father never came back home? No, Feathor wasn't responsible for that. Your father went missing when you were 6, didn't he? Feathor wasn't in the timeline back at that time yet. But he was the reason why my mother died. And also the reason why Aishin, and despite all this, he just, like I said, he wanted to kill you like all the others at first. But then he figured that he changed history enough as it is. You were the sole survivor of the Blairknauts, and something about you intrigued him. He assumed that you wouldn't survive the ritual he offered to perform on Aishin and you to begin with. But you did survive. In that moment, the moment you introduced yourself, he was already thinking of ways to kill you. Then he decided to use you as a guinea pig for the potion, so he stayed with you for those couple of years, until you finally figured out how to mix the ingredients together. To his surprise, you survived drinking it yet again. You just wouldn't die, Mariko. And then, despite everything, you stayed and looked after him when he drank the potion himself. Feathor didn't have a heart to kill you at that point anymore. Just don't get me wrong. What Feathor did was horrible, and it's not my intention to justify his actions in any way, but I know it might be out of place for me, but I shouldn't speak for Feathor while I'm like this. But right now, at this very moment, I do regret things I did. I guess what I'm asking for is your forgiveness. Oh, so you're... I mean, it is technically Feathor, but it's not really him, you know what I mean? I don't know. You honestly expect me to forgive you for this? Let me get this straight. You killed my mother, you burnt down my house. Aishin died because of you. And you screwed me for almost 50 years without me knowing about any of this. And now you want me to forgive you? If you want to put it that way, I can't believe you. Well, there's one good thing that came out of this whole ordeal. Your memory loss made you more passionate about life again. It's a nice change. Seeing you get so worked up over anything. What do you mean? You might not remember, but over the years, you became really emotionally frigid, Mariko. In some situations, you became worse than Feathor himself. So in a way, this might actually be fitting end for both of you. Wait, where are you going? This is something you and Feathor should come to terms with. I have nothing to do with this. I don't want to have anything to do with this. Marco, if you'd like to grant me one final wish before I disappear, then please, Mariko, kill that asshole. God knows he deserves it. What? We have to kill him? Sorry, Shir, I need to have that back. Hey! Open the goddamn door! Oh. Feathor. My, I've said so many embarrassing things. It almost makes me want to puke. So he changed back into himself, normally. All the things Marco said, they were true, weren't they? Who knows? Feathor, stop playing dumb with me, damn it! They were true. I killed your mother, and I used you in all kinds of possible ways. Honestly, I regret saving your sorry ass after you stuffed your fingers in place where they didn't belong. Let go of me! If I didn't stay inside that barrier looking for that goddamn cure for you, perhaps things would have ended like this. All this is your fault, Mariko. What the hell? Don't blame me for your mistakes, you bastard! Shit, did I actually... I know I lied about my claw not being that sharp. Oh, we killed him! But to think it was actually a slit... Oh! But to think it would actually slit a throat open like this. I remember now. I remember how we got here, why we got here, all the things that led up to this very moment. The curse on my hand, the spell that kept me frozen. Not only that, I also remember how Feathor and I almost killed every single person that came to this mansion, looking for a quick coin. How we buried those poor souls in the courtyard, joking that one day we might make use of them. Oh my god! That's why Yvonne said, why does this place feel weird? Like this area? And she said it smells like dead bodies. Oh no! Feathor, you might have been a self-centered, selfish bastard, but there are things I would like to thank you for. You did teach me some useful things after all. What the hell? Oh! As necromancers were always feared by many. And I have every intention to make that demon whore tremble before me. Demon or no, she's still possessing a mortal human. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Everything has its limits. She's out to get me, Well, she can try. She can play this game. Mariko. Hello there, love. It's about time you joined me. Isn't this all getting to your head, Mariko? Overconfidence will get you in trouble. You were always the voice of reason, weren't you? Not this time, Aishin. This time, we're doing things my way. Whoa! Wait, so this unlocked Mariko's memories completely, so that's who she truly is. She's just this crazy bitch with necromancy magic. I think there's 3 more that I have to do, but like, wow, that was really interesting. I didn't think, so if killing Feathor is the only way to like not reverse it, but like pretty much unlock everyone's memory, especially Mariko, and make everything stop, essentially, from going back in time or whatever. Also, Marco is just Feathor, but his teenage version. Thank God he wasn't related to Mariko, I swear to God. This definitely answered a lot of questions now. Why Marco was so cryptid and why he said he didn't really exist, because he's not really a person. He's just like pretty much a clone of Feathor. And Mariko's just batshit crazy. That explains why everybody kept saying there's something wrong with her. Wow, okay, that was a lot to take in. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companions. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos for Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Or you can support the channel for free with gawkbox.com/AGirlAndAGame. All you have to do is make an account, open it up on mobile or a tablet, download the games you see on my page, and you will donate real money just by playing and downloading the games. And that really helped me out continuing making videos like this and the channel as well. Please let me know in the comments what you guys thought that we just discovered. Holy crap. I don't know what to think. I don't know what's gonna happen now with the other endings, because I got like 3 more to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I got my eyes on you. Everything that I see, I want your heart, love, and emotion. And
he found his tongue wandering inside her mouth, exploring slowly as she I'm sorry, let me do that again. He found his tongue wandering in her